Many of you know that my twin sister Diane goes to funerals and I do soul retrievals. And the moment I hear the crossing, I have this whole ceremony that I do, and it's so sacred that I'm not able to share it with you, but I can keep track of where people are as they cross the bridge. And this is kind of a weird skill that I've had since I was a child. So Diane actually met Laura Ann Nelligan when she enrolled in our high school, and she was an outcast, and Diane befriended her, and they went to university together and ended up becoming roommates. And I really got to know Laura when I came from where I was attending college to where they were, and lived with them for a summer. And so, very special person. And if you have been following us for very long, the Crystalline Codex is something that has been coming through us, through my family, since I did a near-death surrender. I was going to be a grandma, and I was concerned about what was going on in our family. And because I had been in healthcare for so long, watching these root patterns in families that cause people to divide on their own family members, for there to be betrayal in marriages, which ultimately lead to people medicating. If you lose a sibling, it's a big deal. And we're able to actually help families to feel this inner rhythm. Now, I learned about vertical ascension when I became a child development professional. And we were using the circadian rhythm to provide child care centers for families. And we would get the families on a rhythm of knowing how that works, how child development works from the feet up. And anytime a child was having difficulty, I could get on the phone with the parents and ask them what's going on. Because the parents, when they divide on one another, it actually creates chaos inside the child, because the way that the blood works, it is the ascension cycle, the double helix. And the way that we activate cells is something that we can get into later. We start by looking at these water glands, okay? These water glands. So all the dimensions are available via the water glands connected to the spine. And this is what children feel. It's why when you look in their eyes, you can see that they're reflecting you until they shut it down. And that's when this fragment's right here. This is the thymus gland. This is the feet, the gonads. And yes, women have gonads. This is adrenals, pancreas, thyroid. So thymus, thyroid. This is pineal pituitary. And some people get these two mixed up, but you'll note that the pineal looks like a tongue, and it's calcified right now. And people are trying to open it through, meditating and pushing towards positivity, which means push up here and ignore all this. All right? And so when we go in and we look at your code, we can look at your health constitution. And we can also link this to the pre-selection birth process. So if you're a family member of Laura, just understand that we've got her on every level and we can connect you. So let's just go through this, because when we connect numbers to letters, there's the written word, there's the spoken word. But we start our healthcare practitioners off by looking at these 3 pieces of code when they do a family orientation. Because when you start to look at this, you'll understand sibling rivalry. And so we start with this one. And you can see that she was born on 8/11/1962. This is a humanitarian year right here. And we haven't found anyone born in 1962 that isn't genius. And Laura is very much genius. We all know that. She transitioned on 11/7/2022. Okay? She said, fuck you all, basically. And it was because, if you look at her code, the first thing that we look at relative to fertility, 28-day cycles, she incarnated on the 11th. And everybody looks at the number 11 the same way. But if you start to put it here, and it's 11/11, it's her connecting with other gonads. And so would she kick you in the nuts? Big time. When we code this out, 1 + 1 = 2. And so the way that her spine worked, always in union with someone. And if not, it was very difficult for her to open up her adrenal glands, which is the key to healing. Okay? This is also the sign of sovereignty. And so she needed people to back her up, but she was really pissed. And the anger is warranted. Okay, second, this is connected to the Olympics and very scientific. The thing that they didn't do in the Olympics is connect the frequencies to the spine, because this is something only someone who's been working in vibrational medicine will understand. It's connected to a sine wave, okay? And everything that moves through us is a sine wave. And so look at that. Here's what's really interesting is our youngest brother has this same code. The same code. And so adrenals, are anyone's adrenals balanced? But the second concerning thing about this entree point, which we're going to be able to help Laura on the bridge, is that this is the pericardium, the heart field. And so was she connected to food in the light cycle? Was she providing retreats for people? Did it require that they could feel her heart? But then it goes into 1-0, and we know this is the alchemy code. So she's actually an alchemist. And it's all about this sexual maturity here and people being able to talk about things. When we look at the name written on her birth certificate, this is interesting because my twin sister's husband has the same code. It's 66. And people think of 666 as being evil, but it's a pineal gland. She had to be in circuit with other women. Did she do that? Is the 12 easy? Nope, it's not. It's the student, and it's also the symbol of ascension, vertical integration. 1, 2, 0, 3. There was so much she couldn't talk about, so much. And so I see why she just kind of gave up and started using the Western medicine system, even though my sister and I were reaching out to her. She was building a bridge. Are we grieving? Very much so, because we've actually been helping people come out of even stage 4 cancers in the last hour, and she wouldn't listen, but she's listening now. And so let's honor Laura. Let's honor Laura. It's going to be a 40-day cycle. So just mark your calendar from the 7th of November. And be thinking about her, because she's got all these master numbers. Look at these. And so master numbers signify a master. She's been here numerous times. And even the way that people name their kids, we've got research on that. If you need the research, go to our website. None of this is theory. None of it is. This is the Ankh, but it's connected to the spine, and it is also the Lord, and it's God. And Laura's sitting right here in the pancreas right now. We're going to get her up to the bridge here. Love you guys. Bye for now. Solar plexus. She's mending very well. They're doing a lot of supportive things for her. And our older sister and others are waiting for her right up here on the bridge. This is vibrational medicine, resonance medicine. It's related to the human hologram, which proves that all of the science that we've had since the 70s that forbid twins to talk about the human hologram and how you feel things through the spine without dividing on yourself or anyone is there. So I've been going through the needle's eye for my family to grab my sister who went through the same process back in 2007, and now she's facilitating the soul retrievals I'm doing. And so stay tuned so that we can show you 3 sisters. Love you guys. Bye for now.